More than 2,500 Brits have already signed a petition volunteering themselves globally. More than 38,000 have signaled their willingness. Vicky Barker, CBS News, London.
Once the coronavirus vaccine reaches the market, what will convince Americans to roll up their sleeves and get it? Researchers at Cornell University found out that politicians will not convince them.
When public health officials, CDC or WHO recommend the vaccine, there's significantly greater public willingness to vaccinate than when the political leaders.
Cornell professor Douglas Kreiner, the study's lead author, the probability of choosing a vaccine was lowest when it was recommended by President Trump, but people were only about 2% more likely to get a vaccine when it was endorsed by former Vice President Joe Biden.
Reminder, we'll answer your coronavirus questions coming up at 4:15. If you have one, send it to us. KNX1070.com.
The number of homeless students in California is growing. A new report from the UCLA Center for the Transformation of Schools finds close to 270,000 kindergarten through 12th grade students experienced homelessness during the 2018-19 school year. Outdid about 1 in 5 community college students, 1 in 10 CSU students, and 1 in 20 UC students.
We've seen growth in the number of students experiencing homelessness by almost 15% over the last decade.
Joseph Bishop is the center's director.
We're expecting numbers actually quite higher under COVID, but we don't know. More recently, we've got a record unemployment rate for our state, almost 15%, the highest it's been in 50 years. So we're hearing from the field, and we're assuming that this number will actually increase, unfortunately. So we're going to have more work ahead for us.
The report indicates homeless kids are twice as likely to be suspended or chronically absent, and far less likely to end up UC or CSU ready than their non-homeless peers. Up to 55 KNX 70 News Radio.
350 was Check Your Money. Here's Mona Rivera.
Mike and Karen, these tech companies rallied today, kicking off the Justice Department's antitrust suit against Google. Google is denying that it abuses its monopoly power, and parent company Alphabet shares gained 1.33%. Wall Street rebounded from yesterday's sell-off on stimulus hopes. Dow closed up 113.4%. The S&P added nearly 0.5%, and the Nasdaq gained 0.3%. Snap, the parent company of Snapchat, is skyrocketing in after-hours trading following a blowout earnings report. Third quarter sales jumped more than 50%. Our analyst says people who can't see each other in the pandemic are relying more on photos and videos on apps like Snapchat. The president of the Disneyland Resort is blasting Governor Newsom over the latest state guidelines, but Disney believes they're unfairly keeping the theme park shut. We check your money at 20 and 50 to each hour. I'm Bloomberg's Mona Rivera from the HMS Capital Money Desk, KNX 1070. 1 in 5 people in LA and Orange counties have already cast their ballots. How it will affect election night coming up in 90 seconds is 3:51.
The news is constantly changing, and now there's an even better way to stay on top of the stories that matter to you. KNX1070.com is all new, more mobile friendly, with more KNX podcasts, more in-depth coverage, and more ways for you to stay on top of the story. Add KNX1070.com to your favorite and get push notifications for all the big stories around the clock. KNX1070 News Radio and the all new KNX1070.com. Depend on us.
At Shell, we know from the time you get up to the time you wrap up, there's a lot of meetups, eat ups, and hurry up. So come to Shell and get 3 things done in one. Fill up with Shell V-Power Nitro Plus to help keep your engine running like new. Save up with the Fuel Rewards program and never pay full price for gas again. And stack up with in-store rewards to save even more at the pump. Make the most of the stop you need to make with Shell. An engine that's exclusively used Shell V-Power Nitro Plus premium gas. See full terms and conditions at fuelrewards.com.
I feel like I'm being haunted by a pair of headphones. Everywhere I go is a creepy ad for headphones I looked at one time. I hate feeling like I'm being watched. I downloaded DuckDuckGo and saw a difference right away. Take back your privacy with DuckDuckGo.
West Medical's breakthrough varicose vein solution is covered by most PPO health insurances. Call today.
Updating a crash at the 14 in Santa Clarita when we check the bad commute in 2 minutes. Also, our opposite side will be over the 57 from Anaheim to Diamond Bar. It's 3:55.
Mail-in balloting, especially early mail-in balloting, may change the dynamic and how the returns are going to come in on election night.
The latest figures are showing 1 in 5 voters have already cast their ballots in LA and Orange County.
that features Banksy's signature style.
He's really made that step from being a much-loved figure in popular culture to actually being one of the most desirable collectible artists of our time.
The painting depicts Monet's 1899 water lily pond with overturned shopping carts and orange traffic cones bobbing in the water.
NASA's done something cool. Spacecraft descending onto an asteroid, momentarily touching the surface to collect a handful of rubble to bring back to Earth. It's the first in the U.S. Only Japan has stored asteroid samples. The OSIRIS-REx spacecraft dispatched confirmation day of its contact with the asteroid 200 million miles away. It could be a week before scientists know how much, though, if anything, was grabbed and whether another try is going to be needed.
Bad news for fans of Disneyland and other theme parks in California, but if you're looking to get waxed or tattooed, book that appointment. Or at 403 after CBS News at 3:55.
Traffic is going to be 10 minutes on 5, brought to you by Amtrak and East Sponsor.
LA on the 10 eastbound. Before you reach the 710, we've got a big rig crash. They did make it to the shoulder, and I see slow traffic as you make your way out of Boyle Heights. Let's head to Scott with the 57 between Anaheim and Diamond Bar. Southern California Toyota dealer Sky 5.
Not too bad out of Anaheim, but you do have a little slowing northbound from just about Lincoln, heading up to the 91. North of the 91, it picks up, but once you get to the break in, it gets heavy again, right around Diamond Bar Boulevard, up to and through the 60 merge. Have a car fire on the 55, coast to base of the Dam with Brian.
And we're touching your southbound drive now, your Fair Drive on-ramp to the South 55. That's where it is. So the right lane's affected. So I think it's slow in South 55 just past the 73. Watch out for delays there. Your northbound side loads up at the 405, and that stays heavy, making your way up towards the 5 freeway.
We've got another problem involvement parked on that 10. Busy today. 10 westbound side, right up Frazier Street. A couple of cars involved in this crash. Right shoulder to road. Westbound side doesn't look bad as far as the backup is concerned. Amtrak's developing comprehensive safety measures, and that includes mandatory mask required policy, efficient air filtration, and more. And we're in partnership with Lysol. Amtrak's also leveraging experts to roll out comprehensive disinfection protocols at key touch points on board and in stations. Book whenever you're ready at Amtrak.com. Next report, 405. More traffic reports. More often. I'm Denise Bond over the MCCCU 24-hour traffic center. KNX 1070 News Radio.
This kind of weather, 70s, 80s, as we go into tomorrow, and then some more cooling later on this week. A couple more days, but then we'll drop down some more.
Lots of backlash to the state keeping large theme parks closed, and the NTSB puts the blame on the owner of the Conception for the deadly boat fire. 1 minute, it's 3:57.
Are you paying too much of your home loan? There's no better time than right now to take advantage of Prime Choice Funding's incredible refinancing options. Range your year interest rates, they're unpredictable. But today's interest rates are at historic lows. Prime Choice Funding is offering a 2.625% rate at APR on a 30-year fixed loan with no lender fees. Look, you can't control what the economy's going to do, but you can control how you save money by taking advantage of a 30-year fixed loan at 2.625% rate at APR with no lender fees. You've heard me talk about their unmatched service, but don't take my word for it. Read their 5-star reviews. Feel confident calling Prime Choice Funding for a free loan savings analysis. Call 866-74-PRIME, 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 or visit PrimeChoiceFunding.com.
For over 125 years, the nonprofit University of Laverne has offered exceptional degree programs. An academic merit scholarship worth up to $4,400 makes your degree more affordable. And Laverne's online programs make it convenient for you. Move ahead in your career with a flexible, student-focused, accelerated degree. Learn more about our campuses in Laverne, Irvine, Ontario, Victorville, Oxnard, Burbank, or College of the Canyon. Visit go.laverne.edu or call 877-GO-TO-ULB. Other banks charge fees on savings and checking accounts. Doesn't sound good, does it? Capital One reimagined banking. So it sounds more like this. With Capital One, you can open an account with no fees or minimums in 5 minutes. Get started now at a Capital One location or online. Sound good to you? This is banking reimagined. What's in your wallet? Consumers only. Approval required. Offered by Capital One and a member FDIC. Copyright 2018 Capital One.
Walgreens has always been there to help make your healthcare easier. From making sure you have the prescriptions you need to answering any questions you have about that. Now, the question is whether you have the right Medicare plan. And we're here to help make that easier.
CBS World News Roundup Late Edition. I'm Peter King in Orlando with just 2 weeks